What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Monday edition of the Climate Update for Monday, June 26th, 2023. We have multiple climate news stories to report on today, and we do have active severe weather, which is ongoing in the eastern United States, and extreme heat, which continues in the south, where this is probably turning into a record-breaking heat wave at this point. First off, Chile. 2 dead, 6 missing after floods in 7 regions. They have just been baffled with heavy rainfall. They saw anywhere from 3 to 6 inches, maybe even localized 7 inches of rainfall. You can see in this picture, water rescues are ongoing. People are being rescued by rafts. Now, over in Morocco, there has been a very high amount of heat. And records were broken in Spain, where temperatures were over 100 to even close to 115 degrees Fahrenheit. This is just unreal for this area. Moving on to this, taking a look at the heat. This is concerning Wednesday. It says next Wednesday, and this is from Ben Null. Next Wednesday, large parts of Texas will be hotter than 99% of the planet. Look at this. You can see it right over Texas. I mean, it's going to be very hot there. We'll take a look at the temperatures on the European model a little bit later. I wanted to show you this. There were some extreme storms over the Midwest yesterday, and there were even storms in the southern U.S. as well. Look at this loop here. You can see this very impressive line got going. You can even see across western Pennsylvania, storms got going there as well, and you can see the lightning with this. Extremely impressive. A lot of energy was released, and in just a moment we will take a look at the storm reports from yesterday. Taking a look at today's weather hazards, you can see the heat, it continues in the south. We do have air quality alerts that are up for much in the way of Wisconsin. And you can see there is a severe thunderstorm watch, which is up for portions of New Jersey, New York, northern Delaware, and much of Pennsylvania, generally from the Appalachian Mountains on east. And within this watch, there is already multiple severe thunderstorm warnings, and there's also the risk of flooding. I know you can't see it here. You can kind of see it just outside of it. There are flood watches up in this area as well. We got baffled with heavy rainfall at my location here in northeast Philadelphia yesterday. I had over 1.75 inches of rain. Then we had another round of thunderstorms last night where we had a 1/2 inch of rain here. So I'm already over 6.5 inches of rain this month, and yes, I'm into severe thunderstorm watch and flash flooding. The threats here as well. Taking a look at the latest satellite picture, you can see this low continues to spin over the Great Lakes. It's going to gradually make its way eastward. It's going to be very slow to do so. Probably not going to clear at least the mid-Atlantic region, not until late Wednesday. And New England, it could take until the end of the day on Thursday. And even there could be a shower threat on Friday as well. We do have a marginal risk of severe storms today in portions of Louisiana. A couple others, will show you that next. Taking a look here at the radar, you can see there are still some showers over the Great Lakes with that low, and there are some showers and thunderstorms down in the Miami area today. So again, Florida's drought situation, it's coming near an end. Taking a look here, you can see those showers over Louisiana. The West Coast is not doing too bad today. Check this out. This is yesterday's severe storm reports. I'm going to move myself to the right so you can see this. And you can see there were a ton of severe storm reports yesterday. Unfiltered reports. 4 tornadoes, 549 wind reports, 195 hail reports for a whopping total of 748 reports. Moving on to the more recent forecast for today, and you can see there continues to be an enhanced risk of severe weather in the east. Marginal risk does extend into Florida. Marginal risk across portions of Oklahoma, Arkansas, and Louisiana. Then again in western Oklahoma and Texas. And also a slight risk of severe weather across portions of the plains. So it's definitely going to be a very active day. And like I said, in the east, it's already ongoing. There is small tornado potential. There already is a tornado warning. Let's do a live look in. And you can see here on radar, there already is a tornado warning in Kempton area, New Tripole, just north of Interstate 78 with look at this, numerous severe thunderstorm warnings already. I don't like how these cells are training. If you live in these areas, you're definitely in a Big risk today for flash flooding. There will be more storms that form across eastern Pennsylvania later in the day as well. Wind, that's a threat for today, and hail is a threat as well. There's also that hail threat back here across portions of the plains. All right, moving on, taking a look at the WPC for today, and you can see there is a slight risk of excessive rainfall from portions of New York, snaking its way down into the Carolinas. And like I said, the flash flooding threat, it's real for today. Taking a look at the tropical threat. Remember we had Cindy and Brett. Here's what's left of Cindy, and it's a no percent chance of it potentially redeveloping. And as you look here, when we come to the 7-day forecast, it goes up to 30%. I'll show you why. Because the European does say that it's going to potentially redevelop. We'll get to that when we look at the models in a second. Taking a look here at the satellite picture, very, very disorganized here on the infrared satellite picture. Right now, it's not even a named storm anymore. Taking a look here at the HRRR model, and you can see here, showers and thunderstorms will continue across the Northeast today. Flash flooding, my biggest concern is flash flooding. Then comes the wind threat, then the hail threat, then the tornado threat. And you can see here, as I advance this through the day, yes, the showers and thunderstorms do progress eastward. Look at the low itself. Not much progression. It's still over the Great Lakes come tonight. I also want to show you this. You can see across the Dakotas and portions of Nebraska, there is ongoing thunderstorms that will occur tonight. Now let's advance to the next model. I do want to show you the 12Z NAM. 12Z NAM, here's that low over the Great Lakes. Starting the day off tomorrow, it only makes it to almost near Buffalo. And maybe by later in the day it will get to Buffalo. And again, another eruption of showers and thunderstorms. I think the biggest threat for tomorrow is flash flooding. As of right now, there's just a marginal risk of severe weather along the coast. Not a huge risk. I'm not really concerned about severe weather. It's just the moisture content, the dew points will still be really high for tomorrow. And you can see here in portions of Kansas tomorrow, there is the potential for some severe thunderstorms very late tomorrow night. And then again on Wednesday, as you can see, Iowa and Missouri, a severe threat does get going. Question is, does that become a potential MCS? If you look here, it does try and make its way down into Alabama. That's something we'll have to watch. And look at this, later in the week, yes, on Thursday, Wednesday night and Thursday, you can see the lows exiting the picture, but you still have showers in New England. Then you have showers again in the northern plains on Thursday, maybe even some thunderstorms. Let's take a look at the European as promised. I want to show you the European in the Atlantic. And there's a reason why I want to show you this. Watch what happens here. Here's what's left of Cindy, right about here. Watch what the European tries and do. It tries to bring this next, the same low that's still over New England. Tries to face the front with it a little bit, and it actually gets its act going together. And according to the European is the only model doing this. Other models did do it from time to time. It does redevelop. It does become a tropical storm again. And look at this. It does come north and goes just east of Maine. So that's something we'll have to watch. Let's shift this back to the continental U.S. view. And you can see as we head into the holiday weekend on the European, there's going to be potential for an MCS or two. The old ring of fire is going to get going, and it's going to be going on the north side of the heat dome. And you can see here, you can see there's some activity that gets going in the plains, the Ohio Valley. It's something we'll have to watch. And even as we get into the later part of the weekend, it's possible we see shower and thunder storm activity return yet again in the Northeast. The European is a little bit more bullish. I'll show you the GFS for the same time frame. GFS has as well, but it's not terribly impressive. It does eventually clear out. This moves a little bit faster, but again, as you can see there, we did have some shower and thunderstorm activity on the second half of the holiday weekend. As of right now, an early look at 4th of July, and you can see here, this is the GFS for 4th of July. Some shower and thunderstorm activity across Missouri, but generally quiet across the rest of the country, according to the GFS. When we take a look at the European, let's see what the European does. The European is, again, pretty much similar to the GFS. Maybe a few more areas of showers and thunderstorms, but overall, not a terrible 4th of July. The one thing that is going to be a problem, check this out. It's going to be hot, but you expect that for the 4th. It usually is hot for a large majority of the country around 4th of July. The heat is going to continue in the south. At that point, it does subside a little bit across Texas, but look what happens. After that, it just starts building up again and again. I mean, this week you're going to have multiple days in a row with temperatures in 100. Heat index 110 to 120. Yes, that's what could be coming your way. Let's take a look at the expected precipitation. The area with the most precipitation, that's the Northeast because of this slow-moving system. If you're in Nebraska, there's also a higher precip access for you as well. Texas, generally dry to go with your heat except for the northern panhandle, which is concerning. Your drought concerns are going to come back. They are showing a precip access in Florida, around Miami, also Georgia, West Virginia. Maybe if you're in West Virginia, you could see some enhanced precipitation over the next 1 through 7 days as well. Taking a look up in Canada, look at this. The eastern portion of Canada is going to be very wet. So be on the lookout. You're going to see some showers and thunderstorms. Some of those storms could be severe. Taking a look at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook across the country. Below average in the Central Plains. Above average in the western portion of the country. And well above average in the south. And slightly above average across northern New England with near normal in between. Alaska also below average. Now taking a look at the 8 to 14 day temperature outlook in the plains, again below average, also below average in the mid-Atlantic and parts of the southeast, but the extreme south is above average, as is the west coast, and the Great Lakes as well will be above average through to northern New England. Let's take a look at precipitation. You can see for many above average precipitation areas. I think this is a little bit overdone for Texas because it's not agreeing with the 1 through 7 day precip total that I just showed you. Below average on the west coast, and as we go to the 8 to 14 day outlook, below average on the west coast, and much of the country near normal to slightly above average. I mean, not terribly concerning. Wyoming and Montana, maybe slightly more, where you will see some thunderstorm activity, and there could be a flash flooding risk. Alrighty, that does it for today's climate update. We will have another climate update again tomorrow. Let me know down below what you think of these videos. Is there something more that you want to see? Someone said to me the other day they want to see more data out of Canada. I can definitely start adding more data out of Canada as, hey, you have active weather as well. Alrighty, we will have another one of these videos again tomorrow. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more content like this, subscribe to my channel down below. And remember, share this with your friends. We want to let people know about what's going on with the climate and the current weather situation. If you are in an area where you're seeing severe thunderstorms today, please take all warnings seriously. And if you're out driving, turn around, don't drown. I'll see you all again tomorrow. Have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe in those severe thunderstorm areas.